we approach the completion of 100 years of UPSC in October 2026, the centenary celebrations provide an opportunity for collective introspection and renewal. At the heart of our activities at UPSC and the state PSCs lies the constitutional principle of merit-based selection to the civil services. In an era marked by heightened public scrutiny, rapid socio-economic change, and rising citizen aspirations, the relevance of this principle has only grown stronger. The foresight of our constitutional forefathers in insulating recruitment process from arbitrariness and ensuring independence, fairness, and integrity through the PSCs remains a cornerstone of good governance. It is our collective responsibility to preserve and strengthen this constitutional trust. The agenda of this conference appropriately emphasizes capacity building within state PSCs, particularly in states where institutional capacities require further strengthening. In this context, the proposal to establish a Center of Excellence by the UPSC assumes great importance. Envisioned as a platform to share best practices, develop common standards, and promote research and innovation in recruitment processes, the Center of Excellence can play a transformative role in enhancing the effectiveness and credibility of PSCs across the country. Another critical challenge confronting PSCs today is the increasing degree of legal scrutiny and litigation associated with recruitment process. Greater awareness among citizens and the expanding scope of judicial review necessitate a high level of legal preparedness and procedural rigor. To support state PSCs in this regard, UPSC is preparing a compendium of 100 landmark judgments that have a direct bearing on recruitment and selection processes. This initiative is being undertaken in collaboration with National Law University, Hyderabad, and with the active involvement of all state PSCs, and is intended to serve as a practical reference for strengthening legally robust recruitment systems. As part of its centenary initiatives, UPSC is also placing emphasis on learning from global best practices. A comprehensive study is being carried out by the Administrative Staff College of India, Hyderabad, on this subject. The findings of this study are expected to inform future reforms and capacity building efforts while remaining firmly anchored in our constitutional values and administrative traditions. Honorable Madam, I am confident that with the active participation and cooperation of all state PSCs, the deliberations of this conference will lead to concrete and actionable outcomes. Together, we can build stronger institutional capacities, address emerging challenges, and design recruitment systems that are resilient, future-ready, and worthy of public trust. The UPSC reaffirms its commitment to supporting state PSCs and to ensuring effective follow-up and implementation of the resolutions adopted during this conference. I wish the 26th National Conference every success and thank all the participation for their valuable contribution. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Maybe I now invite our Governor for a special address for today's occasion.
Namaskar. Honorable President of India, Smt.Droupadi Murmu ji, Dr. Ajay Kumar, Chairman, Union Public Service Commission, Dr. Dhanasari Anusya Sitaka, Honorable Minister, Government of Telangana, C. Bura Venkatesham, Chairman Telangana Public Service Commission, distinguished chairpersons of various state public service commissions, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. It is a matter of pride that the 26th National Conference of Chairpersons of Public Service Commission is being hosted by the Telangana Public Service Commission during the centenary year of UPSC. Though one of the youngest public service commissions, the TGPSC has quickly established a strong national identity by successfully conducting all scheduled exams last year, creating record employment opportunities for deserving youth. Public service commissions, including the UPSC and state PSCs, play a pivotal role in shaping the civil services, which form the backbone of our democratic governance. As Dr. B.A. Ambedkar rightly said, the civil services are the steel frame of India. Their integrity determines the strength of our institutions. Through fair, merit-based recruitment, adhering strictly to timelines, the UPSC and the PSCs must ensure capable, ethical, and service-oriented individuals enter public administration. Maintaining recruitment calendars and timelines, strict adherence to published recruitment calendars must be made non-negotiable. Delays erode the trust and disadvantage aspirants who plan their lives around these schedules. PSCs must prioritize timely notifications, examinations, and result declarations to uphold institutional credibility. Transparency and impartiality in procedures. Transparency must be the cornerstone of every process, from question paper setting to evaluation and interviews. Impartiality demands zero tolerance for external influences, ensuring every candidate receives equal opportunity based purely on merit. Though governments have shown commitment to fulfilling long-pending vacancies, success depends on PSCs maintaining rigorous timelines and procedural integrity. PSCs must not merely focus on numbers, but on recruiting minds committed to constitutional values, good governance, and inclusive development. Nation building requires administrators who are sensitive to the marginalized, responsive to citizens, and resolute in upholding ethical standards, qualities nurtured through impartial, time-bound recruitment. The public service commissions face serious challenges, particularly litigation that delays recruitment and disrupts examination processes. In this context, the proposal for a centralized database of litigation cases faced by PSCs is timely and visionary. Such a repository would strengthen legal preparedness, promote consistent responses, and develop evidence-based strategies nationwide. With its IT ecosystem, Telangana can support this national initiative through analytical frameworks. This conference provides an excellent platform to deliberate on strengthening recruitment systems through calendar discipline, transparency, and impartiality, vital to India's future. I extend my best wishes for the success of this conference and hope its deliberations reinforce time-bound ethical governance. Thank you all. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We thank the Honorable President for having taken her time to grace this occasion. We'll now request her for the inaugural address.
Governor of Telangana Sri Jistudem Vermaji, Chairman UPSC Dr. Ajay Kumarji, Minister in the Government of Telangana Srimati D. Anusaya Sitakaji, Chairpersons of State Public Service Commissions, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. I am pleased to participate in this inaugural session of the Conference of Chairmen of UPSC and State Public Service Commissions. The Public Service Commissions have a long tradition going back several decades. I am glad to note that the commissions have been responding to the emerging requirements in different phases of their journeys. Before independence, the Central Public Service Commission was set up on 1st October 1926. Later, in accordance with the provisions of the Government of India Act 1935, Federal Public Service Commission and Provincial Public Service Commissions were established. After we became a republic of January 26, 1950, the Union Public Service Commission and the State Public Service Commissions came into being. I am stating these obvious facts before this gathering of chairpersons so that all of you look at the past with a renewed sense of historicity and purpose. We must remind ourselves that during the years before our independence, government institutions were performing with entirely different mandates. Ladies and gentlemen, the makers of our constitution and nation builders like Sardar Patel changed the expectations from the public and civil services. In the discussions about the provisions concerning the Public Service Commissions, Baba Sahib Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar made foundational contribution. Our constitution makers dedicated on an entire part of the constitution to service the Public Service Commissions. This highlights the significance they attach to the roles and functions of the Public Service Commissions for the Union and for the states. Our constitutional ideals of social, economic, and political justice and equality of status and of opportunity are most pertinent to the functioning of the Public Service Commissions. The preamble of Constitution, the fundamental right of equality of opportunity in matters of public employment of the directive principles guiding the state to secure a social order for the promotion of welfare of the people indicate the pathway for the Public Service Commissions. The Public Service Commissions should not only be guided by the ideals of equality of opportunity, but should also try to achieve the goal of equality of outcomes. In other words, the commissions are change agents who promote equality and equity. I acknowledge their contribution in guiding this change. The vision of our nation builders has been substantially translated into reality by the efforts of the civil servants selected by the UPSC and State Public Service Commissions. I express my appreciation for all the chairpersons and teams of UPSC and State Public Service Commissions, past and present, for their accomplishments. Indian emergence as an important economic and political power has been made possible by the major contribution of the civil servants selected and groomed by the Public Service Commissions in the country. You have been contributing to India's story of growth and development through the commissions you lead. Ladies and gentlemen, UPSC has emerged as one of our most trusted government institutions. Its credibility for an impartial selection system and contributing to the creation of highly professional teams engaged in civil and public service is widely acknowledged. Different state public service commissions have also contributed to their respective states. Thus, UPSC and state public service commissions have been diligently fulfilling their constitutional mandate. Impartiality, continuity, and stability are imparted to the process of governance by what is called the permanent executive, or the body of public servants selected by the public service commissions. Integrity, sensitivity, and competence of the civil servants constituting the permanent executive are of utmost importance for implementing the people-oriented policies at national and state levels. I believe that Public Service Commission should give highest priority to the aspect of honesty and integrity of the candidates they recruit. Honesty and integrity are paramount as well as non-negotiable. Lack of skills and competencies can be dealt with through learning interventions and several other strategies. But lack of integrity may cause grave challenges which may be impossible to overcome. Public service commissions need to look for instruments and tools which help understand ethical orientation of candidates. In order of importance, the trait of sensitivity closely follows the life value of integrity. Young people seeking employment as civil servants should have the inclination to work for the marginalized and the vulnerable. Our civil servants should be particularly sensitive to the needs and aspirations of women. Gender sensitization should be given high priority by public service commissions. The public service commissions need to anticipate the emerging challenges on the frontier of technology, strengthening transparency and credibility, as well as developing globally comparable teams of civil servants. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that this conference will give the chairperson of various public service commissions an opportunity to foster cooperation and share best practices. I have been told that the conference will deliberate on issues related to technology, legal aspects, and making the entire process of recruitment and more effective. I hope the deliberations in the conference will result in very useful, future-oriented solutions to important issues before the commissions. India is the world's fastest growing major economy and also a nation marked by enormous diversity, needs most effective governance system at all levels. The country is aiming to be the third largest economy in the world in the near future. We are also moving towards achieving the goal of Viksit Bharat by 2047. I am sure that the Public Service Commissions will continue to fulfill their responsibilities and contribute towards building a future-ready team of civil servants selected and guided by them. Such civil servants will blend conformity with innovation, stability with creativity, continuity with rapid modernization, and caution with decisiveness. I wish UPSC and all the state public service commissions continued success in their nation-building efforts. I wish you all a very bright future. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
May I request all to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक